Hello everyone and welcome back to BG Brickmotions. Now you're obviously going to need a minifigure for this project today because I'm going to be showing you two different ways to animate walking sequences with your minifigures to bring a little more physical realism to your mini brick movies. So you obviously need your minifigure, a camera, and if anything, a little eagerness to learn. So like I said, I'll be showing you the two-step frame method as well as the four-step frame method today. So stick around and I hope you enjoy. So the first of the two methods I'm going to show you is the two-frame method. The two-frame method is simple. Standing pose, walking pose, standing pose, walking pose with opposite leg. So let's go ahead and try it out. Obviously you start with your standing pose. The standing pose for this frame set will have the character or minifigure standing completely still with both legs completely stuck together. This is initially then followed by the first step forward. The step forward will have your minifigure's right or left leg sticking out as if they're taking a step. This will then again be followed by your minifigure having both their legs put together, and then you'll repeat this process in another two frames using the opposite leg of the one you just photographed. When you're finished, it should come out like this. This is called the two-step method. Now there are no particular problems with this method. Obviously it's just taking one frame of the leg stepping out and then the next frame of it closing, then the opposite leg and vice versa. The only issue with this, as I said, is that it lacks natural physics and realism. So in order for you to properly grasp physics in the natural world, allow me to explain real quick. If you've ever watched yourself walk or seen somebody around you walk, then you should understand. As you take one step forward, the opposite side of your body's arm will automatically swing with that leg. This is because that as bipedal mammals, human beings are always catching themselves. So without this natural motion in effect due to physics, instead of walking, there'd be a lot of falling. But enough science. I hope that helps you understand why arm swings are important. The second and final method I'm going to show you is the four-frame method, the one that I use in most of my productions. Essentially, this method captures all four segments of the natural human walking cycle. You get the lowest point, the highest point, closing of the legs, and the next step forward in a natural, quick, smooth movement. The first step, as with any set of walking, is the standing pose, where you will obviously have your minifigure standing with both feet firmly together, ready to take the first step of its walking segment. This is quickly followed by the first step forward, in which your minifigure will have one leg out and the opposite side arm will be following that leg's movement to mimic arm swings, as we talked about earlier. The second of the two step frames will have your minifigure hunched over a little bit more. This is to mimic the human walking cycle where your minifigure will be catching its balance on the next foot. It's important to note that this will be the lowest point in your walking cycle. The last frame of your four-frame segment will be what I call the together again segment. This is where both legs will be firmly planted back together, ready to take the next step with the opposite leg. When you're finished, it should look something like this. Well, there you have it, guys. I hope these walking methods help you put your LEGO minifig's best foot forward. So, thank you for joining me on today's installment of BRICKTIPS.